What is going on? Welcome back to the Whiskey Weather Studio. My name is Colton, and I'm going to go over the 5 things I hate as a musician. But before you think that I'm just a whiner or some kind of... I have a video coming up, the 5 things I love about being a musician, and I appreciate every opportunity that I get. This is just some of the things that I think a lot of musicians share in common with me. So stay tuned. So is this video petty? Yes. Did anyone ask for your input? No. Is that microphone really in use? You know it's not. I just want to share some of the things that I do not like about being a musician. These are some small things to larger things.
So the number one thing
about being a musician that is the worst is cables. When I say musician, I mean weekend warrior. I don't mean like a touring act. I'm not a touring act. That's what this whole process is trying to be, is I want to become a touring musician. But right now I'm still playing weekend shows, restaurants, doing whatever I can to get my name out there. Unless you're fortunate enough to have the ability to have a complete wireless system, you're gonna be bound by cables all the way from microphones, guitar, to your PA setup, to whatever else. You're gonna have cables, and there's a bunch of them, and it is a nightmare. But it is something that I generally do not like dealing with as a musician.
Number 2.
So number 2 is breaking strings. I have very acidic hands. I live here in Florida. It's the summer. Breaking strings is part of the process. So I play outside a lot, so it's just something I have to deal with. But it never happens like you see in that little clip while tuning. It always happens while you're right in the middle of getting into the meat of a song, and then and for me it's usually the D or G or sometimes even the A string, and then it's just followed by one after another after another after another. Before you know it, you might as well change the whole entire string set like you did before the show started. So that's just something I hate, and I'm hoping as winter comes in that I won't have to deal with that as much, but we'll see. So number 2 is breaking strings.
Number 3.
So number 3 is really dependent on where I'm playing at, and some venues are better than others, but most of the time there's always a configuration that you try your best to account for, but you can't. Like last week I have a 12 strip big heavy duty power supply that just went out, just decided not to work again, and it will not work again. I don't know why. It refuses to work, so now I gotta go buy another one of those, because a couple of places I have, I'm a stretch away from the actual stage or where I'm performing at, so I need to have a power supply. You need something that can pull some juice to pull through. Whether you're playing powered speakers or you're playing a powered PA, you're gonna need some juice. So number 3 would be setting up at a venue does not meet basic requirements. So number 4 is gonna be the drunk scream. If you're a musician, you know the drunk scream. The drunk scream is when you're playing and somebody just keeps screaming and screaming at you, like this guy. And they're telling you to play songs, and you probably don't know how to play it, and you try your best, and most of the time it doesn't matter because they don't know, because they're so fucking drunk. So it doesn't matter if they don't know they don't know you're not playing the right song. They're just going with it. But it is super infuriating. You'll get people that try to get up on the microphone, like this other guy. I don't know why. I don't think they do it intentionally. I think it's just people being drunk, and they think they owe something because they're a regular at a place. Not real sure. So number 4 is the drunk scream. The drunk scream never gets old. So number 5 is without a doubt the hardest part about playing music for 4 hours, is when no one gives a shit about what you're doing. And there's so much that goes into this that it's hard to break down. It's just kind of, they didn't pay to have you there. You're pretty much just kind of background noise for the most part. You know, your ego would tell you that people want to hear you play. They want to hear you sing, and people don't. Most people don't. You know, they're coming here to eat or drink and hang out with their buddies. They're not worried about what house band is playing tonight. You know, they don't care. I get there and I try to do my best. So, like I said, number 5, the biggest one for me is when nobody is listening. That's number 5 for me, but I understand I understand the scenario that I'm in. And that's gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for sticking along. I have another video coming up here soon about the 5 things I love, like I said in the beginning. So don't hate me just yet. I just wanted to share some of the things that was on my mind, and probably on a lot of other musicians' mind. Again, my name is Colton. This is the Whiskey Weather channel. I'll see you guys soon.